it's a pleasure to be interviewing the various candidates that are vying for the elections on the 26th of September on the National Alliance slate. Welcome again into another program, In the Hot Seat. Today I'll be talking to another candidate, a very handsome gentleman. I want to say welcome to the studio and of course welcome inside the hot seat. Candidate number 23, Mr. Prince Herbert Martina.
Yes. Thank you, Joanne, for having me on the hot seat. It's a pleasure to be here. Hopefully that you will ask some questions, some hard-hitting questions, and I can tell the viewers why and what exactly is this campaign going to be like, and of course, what should they expect?
Well, first of all, I'd like to ask all my candidates to tell us exactly who they are. So, who is Prince Herbert Martina?
First of all, let me say, Joanne, my name is Herbert Martina, and affectionately known as Prince. That's the nickname that my mother gave me from birth.
Okay.
And so it just stuck. I'll let you know who is Herbert Martina, because come September 26th, you won't see Prince on the ballot sheet. Herbert Martina is someone who was born in St. Martin, the son of the soil, who was born in 1977. I attended the St. Peter's Hillside School in St. Peter's, and I went to the Milton Peters College, and then after the St. Martin Academy. Immediately after, I went to the Netherlands, Rotterdam namely, to continue my studies, and I studied communicatie creatief, which is translated communications. I also worked after I completed my studies as a party manager in the Netherlands, going from different districts and doing party managing. And I came back here. I am a father, I am a brother, I'm an uncle. And now I'm a candidate once again on the National Alliance list, number 23, asking the people of St. Martin to please vote for Herbert Martina.
That would be one of my questions. Why, Prince? We have 22 other candidates on the National Alliance slate, and we have other parties vying for the elections. They have a choice, but why? Before that, this is your first, second, third time running in the elections?
This is actually my third time running in the elections. We all know that elections had to be in 2018.
Right.
And it's now in the year 2016, and this would be my third.
So your first attempt was 2010?
Was 2010.
Was it because we became country, you decided, hey, I'm going to go in there and see what I can do for my country?
That was one of the reasons. However, I always had a passion and knew from young that in the political arena, there I must be. We know that even though we're on different social clubs, even though we're an avid member of the community doing good works, I really feel that being in politics, and namely getting elected, I can do a greater work on a bigger scale. And that's why I actually vied and threw my hat in the race as of 2010.
Okay, when you contested in 2010, what kind of results, what kind of response you got?
The response from my, you can say, my age group was tremendous. I was an unknown then. And it was a good experience. It was a humbling experience. Of course, the results that I expected, I did not get. When I say a humbling experience, it shows that yes, you may be popular. Yes, you may know a lot of people. Yes, you're in different organizations. However, when it comes to running a country, when it comes to getting elected, you would see that people are looking for something. They're looking for that candidate.
Probably experience too. As a newcomer, they might say probably he's not ready as yet. I don't know why people do that, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't have to work, because you can come in fresh with great ideas and you can be good.
To be quite honest, I am happy with the sequence of how things went, and people might say, you don't go into politics, you don't run in order to to lose. However, as I said, the humbling experience and the reason of not getting elected, you know that, hey, people are saying that, hey, you need to get some experience, all right? I feel that, yes, you may have some great ideas, but without experience, without actually knowing what it entails, the job description, you can never be effective.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't stick on this too long because we are here to let the people know why they should vote for Herbert in this upcoming elections. But, you know, I've seen a lot of candidates postulate themselves and they realize they didn't make it to Parliament or Island Council at that moment, and they just give up. The Prince is there. He was there in 2010, was there in 2014, and he's back again in 2016.
Yes.
What is Prince Herbert Martina gonna do different than 2010 or 2014?
Okay, when we say what is Prince going to do different?
In terms of campaigning. Yes,
good.
to get elected.
Good. Let's take, for instance, 2 years back, which was 2014. I had a good campaign strategy going. However, we know that everybody now is in this social media hype where they think that you have a larger reach, a larger coverage. And everybody is tapping into that. I'm not saying social media is bad, all right? I'm just saying that's not enough. To be a good campaigner or to be a good candidate, in order to pull some votes, you need to touch the people. Your message needs to be resounding.
True.
You need to go into the homes and have the audacity to ask the people for their support and their vote. And they would ask you why. You know, I have the perfect answer. Because let's look at the past. We had different representatives in Parliament. And don't be fooled. This is an election for Parliament.
Right.
Some will tell you, yes, I would like to be a minister, and that shows me that they do not know what this election themselves is all about.
Yeah.
This is parliamentary elections. And why and what are they looking for, the voters? They are looking for good representation. I've seen where in the beginning of 2014, Parliament took a different level of maturity. And then as soon as the shoe was on the other feet, I see it really got like a boxing ring again. It got really dirty. We need to get good representation, professionals in there. I have worked in the faction office of the National Alliance. I have studied the laws. As a matter of fact, let's take for instance the budget. When these debates are going on, I am the one that needs to go through the paperwork. I am the one that needs to give the different parliamentarians some advice, some tips. And so I know the job. I have what it takes. And a lot of times when I am behind the scenes and you're seeing the parliamentarians using different ideas and really arguing points that I have, initiated, it feels good.
Because it came from candidate number 23.
It came from candidate number 23. This time around, I'm saying I don't want to be in the background anymore.
Okay, you want to come in the forefront.
I want to come in the forefront, come with these ideas and give the people representation. Not only representation, but true representation. Representation that they can be proud of. Representation that they can say, hey, I am from this country, St. Martin, and look, we have a parliamentarian that looks out for the people. Because of an unstable government, prematurely, St. Martin is faced with going to the polls once again. As a country, we cannot afford another standoff or inconsistencies, as this has a negative impact on the progression of our island. It is time to choose representatives with guts who will propel St. Martin and her people to maturity. My name is Herbert Martina, and I will be running on the National Alliance slate this election. The group, when given a chance to govern, gets the job done. I have always known from young that I wanted to get involved in the political field, as I felt this was the medium in which I could assist my fellow St. Martiners the greatest. I truly believe that I can be a positive impact to the people of St. Martin, my people. Ask anyone about me and they will tell you I am a dedicated person who is willing to help when possible and does what it takes to get the job done.
Time goes by so quickly.
Yes.
So before we wrap up, I need to know, what are your hot button issues, topics?
All right. My hot button issues are like a lot of other people, but I have two of them that people would say, Herbert Martina, why are you tackling this? You're so young. One of my hot button issues are senior citizens care. These people, and you would hear this on a campaign trail as we go along, every politician is going to touch on this. But what makes it more authentic coming from my mouth, because I am the one that live it. I am a how do you say, a avid member of the Senior Citizen Club in Hope Estate. I help there sometimes, and I have frequent communication, so I know what these people want. I know that these people have toiled, and they have made our island, they have made our lives easier because of their hard work, because of their labor.
What are some of the things you would want to do or propose for the seniors?
Okay, good. Now, we know that right now, these people are suffering because of what they call the old age pension. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
If you look at the rent situation, some of them do not own their own home.
Right.
If you look at food and vitamins, let's take vitamins for instance. Medicine
I'm not going to say medication on the
exactly.
whole.
Medication is taken care of, right? Because they have what is the card. But vitamins and supplements, these things have to come out of pocket, all right? The money that these people are receiving is not enough. We need to treat this niche of people better. They say a country that treats their elderly and their youth good is a country to admire. And how you treat these set of people, people that cannot really do for themselves all the time, right? That shows you how and the mindset of a country. And right now, I can truly say that with this government, we see that the priority lies with the seniors. And I'm just aligning myself with that.
With that, yeah.
All right? A next hot button issue is the 70-30 rule that I would like to implement.
Seems as though you have a lot, so I should be taking notes.
Definitely.
So the
definitely.
seniors was one?
The seniors was one.
Okay.
The 70-30 rule.
70-30 rule.
Yes.
Tell
that
us
is,
about that.
That is where we see that 70% of St. Martiners, the locals, you can say those who reside here, we see that the workforce should be comprised of 70% of those people, all right? And 30% is of those who seek employment from different countries, all right? Why is that so? Every country takes care of their own first, all right? And a lot of people are saying, Herbert, stay off of that topic. But I will not stay off of it, because we know that we have all kind of different association and different merchants and different business owners and stuff, right? But what about the people that are from here, all right? What about them? Who are going to protect their rights and the rights of their children?
That could really be a tricky topic in terms of, you have a lot of foreigners who can vote.
Yes.
And they might say, the way Prince is speaking here, I don't think I would want to support him because he's looking out for his own.
You see, this is where, as you say, it gets tricky. The lot of foreigners who can vote, they should know that in their country as well, they take care of their own. I am not saying that we should eliminate them. They should be incorporated. And if we don't have enough time, But on my Facebook page, which is Prince Herbert Martina, I have outlined who basically is eligible for these type of these requirements. And you would see that a lot of people who we would say are foreigners today fits right into that. All right. For instance, now we talk about second generation, we talk about third generation St. Martiners. We should abolish that. What we should say, you were born here, all right, in St. Martin, you automatically becomes a St. Martiner. I don't know how much years you are living on the island.
I have 20.
20 years. And I feel that someone like you should be considered one time a St. Martiner based on the stipulations. So they would be surprised to see who we are targeting and who are we saying belongs in this category. I am not saying eliminate the other groups. I am not saying. I am just saying let's preserve what we have and let's preserve it for our future generations.
You see, when you're giving information of this nature, you need to be very clear.
Yes, definitely.
Because sometimes people misconstrue what you are saying, and then it goes out there in the negative, in the wrong way. So that's why I make sure and I wanted you to elaborate a little more on it.
Good.
I know you might have a lot of other hot topics that you want to discuss, but time doesn't permit us to.
Definitely.
What I want to do is invite you to come back to the hot seat,
And
because
I
it
would like
seems
to be
as though
here.
you're enjoying the heat.
Oh, I enjoy the heat. All right? And you
Prince,
turned it up.
It was a pleasure talking to you, and all the best on September 26th. Are you on the campaign trail already?
Definitely, on the campaign trail.
And positive?
Positive remarks, and not only am I asking for good remarks, but I'm asking for their support as well.
Okay then, well, hope to see you on the 26th in Parliament.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another show, In the Hot Seat, with yours truly, Joanne Lewis. We'll be back again. See you. Bye.